You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Yeah, I know you see me sitting in a shirt and tie. I know you're shocked you've never seen me in a shirt and tie. Yeah. DJ Brother Z over there laughing like, why you dressed up like a clown? I know I dress like this every day. Well, not every day. Yeah, I heard you. Like on the air, on the radio. Like, really? 833-212-1017 is the number. So I've been trying to figure something out. And I've been trying to there was a conversation this morning that bothered me. It wasn't, well, hang on, let me do this. See, that's what you get when you put stuff in front of you and you're trying to maneuver stuff. So I'm gonna do this. See if it works. Hey, it worked. Or I hope it did. Nope, it didn't work. Anyway, here is some issue I had, right? Younger people seem to think, and I say younger, I mean 5-10 years younger than anybody, seem to think that older people need to get out the way. And I was a little thrown aback when somebody said that to me because I was trying to help this person understand that when change happens, right, it's difficult. Just like when you're younger and change happens, it's difficult. When you're older, change is difficult. The only thing we understand that many people don't understand is change is inevitable. And it's been said till we're blue in the face, right? But one of the only things that is actually consistent is change. So then why do we have an issue with it? So I'm going to give this 50-50. The person was correct, but then when things are turned over to younger people, they usually mess it up. They usually don't listen to wise counsel, think they know everything, and then mess it up. So I got some simple tips for everybody, make it an easier time dealing with it. Right? 6 tips on how you can be, well, more adaptable. Right? Because those are some things we have to deal with. When stuff is bad, it's really nice to know that eventually they'll change. We try to avoid things changing for the worse. But how you cope with it really can make a difference in your life. So you can deal with it, pull out the benefit of change, or you can moan and groan and cry and be upset because you're having a hard time. And many times what people don't understand is everybody has a hard time. And you can't talk about when you're going to have a hard time or if a hard time is going to come, it's coming. So here's some simple things you can do if you want to change, if you want to handle change in a positive way. Number 1, focus on being flexible. Instead of dealing with change as a whole, deal with it in terms of the smaller things about it. Yes, we changed to a new studio. And at first, it was a pain. You had to get in your car, walk, do all sorts of stuff. That was different. because we got used to where we were. But then what are some of the small things you can change to make the overall change better? So then what you really have to look at is what are some of the outcomes that you can make better? Number two, just have a positive attitude. Some people just complain and moan all the time. Now, I'm not talking about when you process. Now, for me, I process things, and so it sounds negative because I'm asking questions and what about this and what about that, and I don't understand this. When in fact, that's my way of processing. So it's a difference that when you're through the processing, you go, oh, okay, I like that, versus not liking anything. Number three, think forward and stop always like, no, I'm not going to say that. Things will never be the way that you think they'll be, and things will never 100% be the way you like it. So what you should probably do is get over it. Number four, ask for help. Now, I'm easy to say that is difficult for me. I have a significantly what we call high internal locus of control. I think that if something breaks, I can fix it. I think that if something goes wrong, I can facilitate it. Now, is that true all the time? Oh, no. I've got significantly more failures in my life than I do successes. And because of that, I have to do what number five says is look at the big picture. What's going on today? Take a step back. Look at the big picture. Where are we going and where are we going to end up? Take a breath. There's much more to life than your little being upset about something that you can't change anyway. But my last suggestion is to really, really focus on what things stay the same. Like, what can you consistently believe in? When I show up, I'm gonna get there on time. My big pet peeve, I'm gonna tell you, this one throws me and upsets me to no end. I go to work early so I can get the same parking space. It drives me crazy. Somebody is parking in my. This ain't my parking space, right? It belongs to a building. Like, dude, it's not your parking space, right? But I park there every day. I expect it to be there, and I don't expect you to be in it. And here's the weird part. I'll be there. I'll know whose car it is. And when I see them, I feel some kind of way about it. Like, why DJ Brother Z park on my parking space? Or something like that. It'll be like, hey, Dr. Ken. And I'll be like, hey, look.
Which one is it?
I'm not telling you. I'm just using you as an example. And he went and and he went and stole my space. See, that's what I'm talking about. So I have to admit it. Sometimes when you try to make things stay the same, it doesn't happen that way. And you got to deal with it. I try to create those things that stay the same. But in the end, what are some of the simple things in life? Having the same producer every day, having the same book you have to read out of every day, having the same screens, computer, all that. The more you can figure out what's comfortable for you to stay the same, I think you can cope with change a little bit better. 2023 is coming and change is coming. What are you going to do to deal with it? 833-212-1017 is the number. And if you have an issue with any of this stuff, if you have a problem with what's going on and wonder, what is that? It's simple. You know what that's called? Life.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Be sure to tune in to Making Your Money Work with Associated Bank this Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. as Melanie Ricks will be joined by Philip Bailey, Senior Vice President and Director of Fraud Prevention at Associated Bank. Are you tired of all the spam